Hello, welcome to Truth Moment. So I put out a longer video today. Hopefully this one will be a little shorter. But really the truth consists of a profound statement from Jewish mysticism, which is that God is everything and everything is God. And what does that mean? God is everything and everything is God. Let's start with God is everything. So everything that exists, it's only like an object in a screen. God is making that object. So everything is literally God because he is the screen. He is the source. You can't create something out of nothing. Something has to come from something. You can't build, a house out of wood if there's no wood. So you can't create matter if there's no source. And so even though that energy miraculously turns into matter, which itself is unbelievable, but it has to begin with energy. And that is the beginning point is God, who's just unlimited, and he can use energy and turn it into matter. So everything is God, but also God is everything. And what that means is that every single thing in this universe is not only a part of God, but it actually has a part in God's purpose. And it's really that simple. If we can understand that everything has a part in God's purpose, and the purpose of God obviously is goodness and kindness and increasing in the measures of goodness and kindness. So if it's not goodness and kindness, it's not the ultimate intention of God, and it will disappear. The ultimate intention of God is goodness and kindness, and ultimately that we should choose to lead such a life. And for us to choose it, that's why life is so complicated, because often we get, I'm just interested in ice cream or something else. And for us to dedicate our lives to higher ideals, to be selfless instead of selfish, to have goals, and not only that, to just have wisdom to go through life and to learn things. Whatever we're going through, we're learning and learning and learning and learning and learning. We're just always learning more. And that's why you see people that have gone through more life are wiser. According to Judaism, you're meant to stand before somebody that's 70 years old, even if they're a Gentile. Why? Because they've learned so much. You look at older people, they don't get into arguments so much. They're much more calm. They know how to kind of be calm in themselves and deal with people respectfully. They've been through life. They don't have that big ego that says, I have to get my way now. And so this is the goal of life. It's to learn. It's to learn, it's to learn, it's to grow, it's to become humbler, it's to become kinder. And life is doing that to us. So thank you, God, because God is everything and everything is God.